So, greetings everyone. I'm Kritika Bansal, and today we are having Today we are having Ziya Saifi with us, and we will be talking about child rights in this session. If your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you're a gem for humanity. You're a gem for humanity. This is the initiative of a Sarkari school, which is a platform for those working in the field of school education, uplifting future for younger generation through their hard work. Those who are not related to government or any organization but are helping the neglected strata of the Indian society. These heroes need recognition not only to appreciate their efforts but to motivate others in terms of making these things possible with no support and just self-determination. I'm Kritika Bansal, working as a part of Sambal project at Sarkari school that aims at spreading legal awareness among school-going children rural and urban areas. This project aims to aware legal school children with basic legal knowledge about this child rights, so that we can enable them to know and use their child rights and constitutional rights as well as their duties. Today we have Ms Ziya Saifi with us, who is a major in philosophy with a history major, with philosophy and history. She has been a volunteer and she has been an active volunteer and has worked with college students and professionals who interact with students so that they grow and flare as successful and accountable professional in the area of their career and diverse groups of people. She has also received Diana Award that honors young people who work to improve the life of others. We are here we welcome her in today's session where we will be talking about the child rights, the importance of it, and how we as a youth can contribute in making it a better world for the children of the world.
Okay. Hi everyone. Hope you all are doing well. Good evening, Ms Ziya. So, before I start, I would like to really congratulate you for receiving an Ziya award. So, recently you have received a Diana award. Can you tell us more about it?
Yeah. So thank you so much, firstly, Jharna and Kritika, for providing me this opportunity. And I also would like to give a brief introduction of myself. I really want to thank Kritika to clearly mention it, but just to add on. So hello everyone, I am Zia, and the meaning of my name is life. I am from the city of Ghaziabad and I am a philosophy graduate from Lady Shri Ram College, Delhi University. I have recently pursued a MBA program from ITS College, which is affiliated to APJ Abdul Kalam University, Lucknow. And also, I feel that the work which I did at Adore, it has made my efforts worth it when I received Dyna Award. Along with that, I feel like just like my name suggests, light. So I want to spread out light with all the opportunities that I may receive. So yeah. And coming to Jharna's question, she asked me about the Dyna Award. So, if I talk about it particularly, Dyna Award is a UK based award, and the people who are under 9 to 25 age group, if they are looking something for, if they are doing something better for the society and they are going above and beyond their daily schedule, their daily life, they are awarded for that. This award is not just there to appreciate their efforts, but it's there to guide the people and it's there to reflect that the people who are doing good for the society, they are also getting the appreciation. So, like a lot of people have this thing that if we are doing something, we should get the return. But when I worked at Adore, I do not have anything anytime regarding this. But when I received Dyna Award, I really felt happy. And the Dyna Award is basically reflecting the legacy of Princess Diana of Wales. She was the one who is working towards the betterment of the society with the children, with the society, and to look for something positive. So they are fulfilling that legacy, and their team is working on that Dyna Award. So I really want to I really want that the people in India or across world who are working on this good cause for a better society, they should at least receive this award or they should at least receive some appreciation so that they get more motivation to work. So yeah.
Thank you so much for this beautiful explanation of Diana Award, Ms Ziya. So my next question will be, what is your understanding on child rights? As we are here to discuss on child rights, so what is your understanding on child rights?
Yes. So, according to me, child rights are basically we see that children. I believe that the children, they are the upcoming youth of our country. And if we are talking about child rights, so that child rights are rooting or developing from somewhere. So, before telling my understanding of child rights, I want to tell about like why we are talking about child rights and why it's necessary. Just like if we talk about our fundamental rights, there is a root cause of it. So for if we are today, you Kritika and me are discussing child rights, then there must be something, the root cause because of which we are talking about child rights. So in a if I'll explain in a layman language, so we see that the children are deprived and they abandon of their basic things, like they are deprived of their basic education, they are deprived of basic health and hygiene, they are deprived of talking to their parents. So all those things are there when they are abandoned from all these things, and they are forced and they are trafficked to work as a at a very early age, when it is the age for them to grow to understand the world. At that early age they are deprived of every rights, they are deprived of their basic needs, and from these we develop child rights. So to stop or to prevent or to take measures to stop all these things or to create a better thing, to create a better youth, to create a better children, we are working on the child rights, or we talked about child rights. And from the very basics, so I think the very basic child rights should be the children should get the basic health needs. If they have, they should get a proper guidance, like in the sense that they should have a guardian, they should have a parent. We have seen there are a lot of people who do not have, like they are orphans and they do not have their parents. So they should have a good guidance in their life since the very start, because those children are the upcoming youth and they will be framing the society, they will be framing the future. So from the health to coming to the guardians, and then very very important, which is education. because education will be helping them develop as a good citizen of the country, as a good youth of the society, and they will be developing our country's future as well. So this is the whole understanding of my of child, like if I talk about my understanding of child rights. And there are a list of child rights, but I think as the session will go, we can discuss in details about them.
So my next question would be, Ms Ziya, what are the basic rights that you believe a child should have?
Okay. So I think starting from the very first is that they should have a shelter to live. They should have the food to eat, because we go into very big terms like maybe education, or they should get the rights for soft skills. But I feel if we start from the very basics, they should be having a shelter to live. They should have a home to live. They should have proper food. There should be the need of, there should be their health, like there should be measures to look after their well-being. After that, there should be the educational rights, and there should be like they are having as a children of the country, they should also have the right to speak, to express what they are feeling. And along with these rights, a lot of responsibilities also come. Maybe we, as the session will go, we can discuss about those responsibilities. But I feel all these three four rights which are the very basic, apart from that a lot of rights are there. But I feel like the right to education, right to parental control, or like parental access, or a guardian access, or their personal hygiene, their health, these should be the very basic rights. And there should be good programs to make aware about these rights to the children, so that there can be proper implementation of their rights, and they also are aware about it.
So, Ms Ziya, according to the data from Census 2011, the number of child laborers in India is 10.1 million, in which 5.6 are boys and 4.5 million are girls. So, we live in a country where so many families are dependent on their children, especially young children, for their survival. So, what are your thoughts about it? Like we see in a normal life, the small kids are selling their products in the bus. So, what is your thought about on child labors?
Okay, so you really mentioned the statistics very rightly, but like I also studied about it, and I have like read about it, that out of like 1 out of 10 children is under the child labor. Like if we work on the statistics, out of all 10 students, one is trafficked, or they are working as a child labor. So I feel, see, as you mentioned that the children at a very early age, they are working, or because if they are working, there will be several reasons behind them. The first reason can be that they have some financial issues in their family. The second reason, maybe it might be that the earning member of their society, they are not further able to earn, so that is why they have been sent out of their homes at a very early age to sell, or like basically make an earning out of it. And there can be reasons where the children are forced to do, like maybe they do not have their parents, and they are just the orphans, they are not associated with the good orphanages where they can get the guidance for the same. And it's like they have been trafficked, they are like forcefully they are doing work. Like you have mentioned one aspect, which is if they are working. I feel the child laborers second aspect is that we have seen people begging also. So I think begging is also there if we are counting on the child rights. So I feel like there is the very first need is to aware the youth about it, that we want a group of people, we want the group of people who will be helping all these students. And those people, we cannot expect those people to be the senior citizens of the country. There can be people, but I feel the youth are the best people to connect with those children, because at certain point of time we also consider the generation gap. So I feel with those children, the youth of the country will able to connect more. Those youth should detect, identify, and work on the people who are under the child laborers. And then they should be taking measures, not just in the terms like we also bounded by the jurisdictions and we are also bounded around our things. So I think there is a need to find and detect all those students, all those children. If we feel that maybe their parents are there to guide them, we should talk to the parents. Like there should be not just the youth should go and talk to the parents, because we can understand that the parents are from a different generation. So we should take some senior people also with us whenever we are having discussion with them, so that they also understand. We should make them the parents aware that if we are making that kid work at a very early age, what will be the uh, consequences of this working at his or her later life. Maybe we have seen not just child laborers. If the kids are doing child labor, they are facing exploitations as well, in the terms of sexual exploitations or physical exploitations, mental exploitation. So I think there is a need to explain all these consequences to the parents of those kids. And maybe there should be proper like kind of under the government jurisdictions also, there should be proper measures, proper teams to guide those students, get them enrolled at some school. Maybe they can work part time, but again there should they should get the basic education, so that at this age they are working, but maybe at the later age they will get to earn very good and to support their families. And to the youth, there should be one message that the youth should join such organizations who are working on this. Because as an individual, if I am talking as an individual today, so I'm saying ki we should go and connect to the parents and talk to them, but it's not possible for me as an individual to do. I cannot do a lot of things at my own. I need the backup, I need the support, I need people with me who will work on the same. So I feel the people who are working on this as a organizations, like you people are working at Sarkari School, I'm working at Adore India. So the youth should take such initiatives, not just with an objective that they will get maybe certificates out of it to put on their CVs, but as a social responsibilities towards the society. They should join such organization and help the students, help those organizations to reach out to those kids and help in the ways possible. That can be in terms of maybe educating those kids, that can be in the terms of maybe making them aware about their rights, making them aware about the things going in the surroundings. So I feel like as an individual, we are doing this session today, we can only talk, we can only suggest, but there should be practicality also. We should at least work on those aspects too. So yeah.
And the fact is that these kids are curious to know even everything. Like if we ask, do you know two key tables? They will know. They will say no, I don't know. But उनके अंदर एक zeal है कि yes, I want to know the things.
Absolutely, absolutely. I feel that these kids also have a very good humor. You must have heard the way of their marketing strategies, or the way they know how to convince the other person to buy their products, or maybe they are using some kind of poems or kind of some taglines to attract the audience. So I feel these people, because they are deprived of doing all those things, they are more curious to know and they have more zeal to learn more things. So I think we all should take at least few initiatives to help those children at our best possible.
These kids can have a bright future if an individual taken a step.
Absolutely.
So yeah. So Ms Ziya, you have worked for Adore India organization for nearly 2 years, and you must have encountered certain issues and situations regarding children in India. Would you like to share them?
Yes, yes, surely. So at Adore, I have started working with the very basics. So the main aim of Adore is to motivating the youth for positive actions towards a better society, and we do different kinds of activities where different age group of students. Also, the aim of Adore is not just to look for the underprivileged kids, because like they aim at providing the good quality education to all those who have a zeal to learn. Maybe we are right now we are talking about the very basic of the children, the youth who do not have the access, but there are people who do have the access, like after that also they are not getting that right education, the right skills. So adoringly work on all the aspects. If I particularly talk about that, about these kind of children, so we have faced a lot of things, like we do connect with different children homes for their for educating the students. Maybe if they are not school going students, so we try to provide them with academic guidance. If they are getting the basic education at their orphanages, we try to provide them with the maybe extracurricular activities or with soft skills, etc. So when we call these centers, the issues which we faced is, like a lot of issues are there. First thing is that after pandemic we shifted from offline to online. So one very major cause is the internet connectivity issues or the devices issues. If they have good internet connections, they maybe do not have a laptop or a PC where they can reflect all the students. So this is very one major cause. I feel like, these children home which we connect, they are registered, they have their data on Google, because that's how we are able to connect with them. So I feel like the government should take such initiatives that they ensure that in this ever changing period, right now we know that COVID happened in the 2020, and right now we are not sure that COVID has completely just swiped off from our world. It is still there. If we see, people are still getting COVID positive. So I feel right now it's the need of the hour that the government should take an initiative to develop at least good internet connection in all these areas, and they should ensure that at least one children home, they should have one good device, so that they should connect with different organizations who are looking to provide them with their education or with the things they are maybe deprived of. The second issue which I faced is that, see, these kids are registered under a particular orphanage, or at it, or we use the term children home instead of orphanages. So under these children home, like these students are registered and they have their guardians, but you know that guardians are also not the right people to guide them, because we have seen that when we are trying to provide the sessions, when we are trying to talk to those students were forced to sit in a session and take that class. Like the student are not interested to study a particular subject, because we are in a contact with the center in charge who are the head, and they are forcing those kids to sit and study, and when we are teaching them, the kids are not showing interest. So one thing is also that we should also do a kind of analysis, or we should also keep an eye on the guardians who are providing those guidance to those children, because I feel like, again, if I talk, 1 out of 10 people are corrupted in India. So it's like there will be handful of people who are actually looking for a, they are actually helping the students to guide in a right way. But under the children home also, there are a lot of politics. Maybe that children home is opened by someone who is into politics and they just want to reflect their social work. So there are reasons where we have seen that the center head are forcing the kids to do a particular thing. So this is the second thing. Then few other measures are there that the kids are, like, they are scared of talking to other people. They don't want to come out of their shell. So I think very, like, soft nurturing needs to be done with those kids. Maybe in the offline mode we could able to connect with the students better, but in the online mode also we are trying our best to do that. But as you have asked me that what problems we face, so mainly these problems that the centers do not have the proper access, or if we are trying to help them, the center head is not taking the initiatives to let the students get helped out of us. They are not letting us connect with those kids. They are busy with their other work. They are busy with their own course and their other work, and they are not the right guiders, I feel. So these are the few issues which we faced in the online mode. And yeah.
Ms Ziya, as you mentioned that there are so many kids, they want to do study, but they do not have any support. So this is a basic thing ki those who want to do study, they do not have any financial support. So they are working for their parents, for their survival. This is a sad reality. that people
Yeah.
are want to do play, but they are not doing just because they want to feed their family as well.
I think this is the tendency, or it's the as you correctly mentioned, sad reality. You feel the people who do not have the access, they have more zeal to learn. You see any maybe kid of a maybe politician, थोड़ा ज़्यादा हो जाएगा, but let's take it. A
Yeah.
politician kid is a like a, if I talk very typical term, a बिगड़े हुए बाप का बेटा और आपकी कैश पे ऐश करना. So they do that. They do not have the zeal to learn. They know that they have good financial background. They have their parents. They have a lot of money. They can buy anything. They can just throw money and get the things done. But the kids who do not have all those things, they are more enthusiastic to learn. And I think there are a lot of initiatives, like UNICEF is working on the same. I have attended few sessions with UNICEF. The one thing which we lack is the proper awareness and the proper implementation. There are like as you people are working on child rights, you must be aware about a lot of things which I am not, because I'm not aware about it. So the same way, like it's like, as a person who has a good access to internet, or I have a good access to education, despite that I do not aware about a lot of things. So this one aspect, I feel that if I as a student I'm not aware, then we cannot expect a person who do not have the access to all those things, they must be having the access, or they must be aware about their basic rights. So one, the thing is very important is to aware people and ensure the implementation. It's like रूल बना दिया, फॉलो नहीं हो रहा है तो भी कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, क्योंकि वो रूल है, वो फॉलो नहीं होगा तो देयर इज नो यूज ऑफ इट. सो वी शुड वर्क ऑन.
Your mic, yeah.
So there should be these things, that if we are making laws, there should be awareness about it, and then there should be systems who ensure that those laws are being properly implemented. So
We can take them motivation की, yes, we want to do hard work more and more so that we can हम सुधार ला पाएं और अपनी कंट्री में हम मोटिवेशन ले सकते हैं उनसे. So Ms Ziya, my next question will be, how do you think we can make it better deal with the situation? And since we are working on a project, the focus is on child rights, how can we reach out to more children?
okay. So it's like, as an individual, I cannot suggest a lot of appropriate measures to like just prevent it or something, because I also do not have the proper understanding about what are the rules which have been already implemented by the government of India, and what are the measures which have already been taken. But God bless you. So
Sorry.
if I generally tell, so I think first is to that we should try to identify such people. We try to connect with those people. We try to provide them with a good guardian. We should ensure that they are having the basic rights to education. They should be at least getting the basic of education, and to connect with more and more children, I feel we should create a kind of chain. Like maybe if you people are working with few children, because it's not possible as maybe as a team we can visit different places and find such kids. But if in the online mode, I believe that you people are also working in the online mode mostly. So it's not because we in the online mode, one drawback is that we could able to connect with those who have the data on internet, not with the people who are not there even on internet. So I feel like maybe if you could able to connect with 5 children, maybe we can ask those children to see in their surroundings. If they find such kids, they can go and talk to those kids, and they can bring those kids to you for guidance. So this chain needs to be there. So if I'll give an example of Adore India. We have a young leader program. So young leaders programs aims to inculcate the social responsibility habits in the young youth. It is specially designed for the students of class first to class 12. It's basically for the youth. So under these, we have activities such like which will help them to have a social responsibility habits. Like there is one activity which is thank the social heroes. So social heroes for us are the people who are around us, like maybe policemen, maybe a sweeper, the person who is taking daily garbage from our home. So they are the heroes of our society. Maybe the house help who is working at our home. So I feel so under this activity we kind of provide a token of thanks, like those kids prepare themselves maybe a card or something, and they provide the a token of thanks to those social heroes. So under this program, what we do is we connect with children and we ask them to connect with more children. So maybe if you have seen that movie Jai Ho, that the chain of thank you
Yeah,
cards. So I think this is one
definitely.
way. And to prevent, I feel like we should be a very aware person around us. Like if you have a house help at your home, you must have seen in some houses or maybe in the serials or something also, that those house helps bring their kids to help them. Maybe if there is some occasion at your place, at your home, so they bring their kids to help that, maybe in washing the dishes or maybe helping the guest or something. So as a good citizen, I think we should take steps towards it. We should ask our house helps to not let their kids work with them. Instead, you should you help your housemaid or your house help, because house help is working for an earning. They are not your kind of um, slaves. So I think this is one thing, as a layman we can do this thing. Second can be, if we see any kids around us, maybe we are going for a shopping, if we are seeing a person working on a store or working on a maybe a medical store or a confectionery shop, so we should talk to those kids. We should talk to the maybe shopkeepers, the owner of that shops, that whether these kids are getting the proper education and why they are working as a child labor. If they are under 18, we get to see that the person is above 18 or under 18. And we should also make aware these people who are at these stores, the owners, that they should not, like we should make aware about them what will be the causes of the child labor, what they are doing. If they are making a kid work under them, maybe they can see, say कि हम तो इनको help ही कर रहे हैं to earn a living. But again, you should talk to them that instead of giving them a living like this, maybe they can pay for their school fee for maybe one student, because if they are running a store, then they should be having a good earning. So maybe they can help them in some ways. And then we can also ensure, we can also motivate these shopkeepers to maybe, if they do not involve any kind of child laborers in their work, they should maybe use it as a thing on their reflecting on their banners or reflecting on their maybe websites or somewhere, that our products are child laborers free, so that other people will also get motivated with the same. So I think these small measures are there. As a layman, we can do that. And if we are we are able and capable of making aware about the actual rights, if we go into the jurisdiction and the laws, then I think we should also take measures for the same as well.
Well, thank you so much, Ziya. Now that I actually have one question that I need to ask you, like you have said about the politicians, कि the kids of the politician वो बिगड़े बाप के होते हैं. So they are like, even if they have all the privileges, they don't even think about it.
Yes.
So how do you think that of course it is very difficult to for us, it is very difficult to reach out to children who are not privileged enough, who do not have internet connection, since we are working on an online mode. So offline maybe it's very difficult. Now how do you think that we can change the do you have any suggestions how we can change the ideas of the children who are already privileged, who have every set of who have every way that they can reach out to children, or at least they can hear about, they can get knowledge about it. And as you said that we need a team. Akele se one cannot do as much as a mass of people can do. So if you're talking about a politician, if you're talking about powerful families, so of course they are they are more privileged, and if they are aware about it, so I'm sure they can make it do. So do you have any ideas like how can we reach out to those privileged children and like ask them and like get them aware about it, that there are child rights and there are children who need it, and like we should be a change maker. Like, how about this?
Yeah. So, coming first to the point of that politician one, so I feel that this is not the mistake of their kids also, because they have brought up that way. They have seen their parents maybe giving them money for their basic needs. Maybe they have seen that kind of attitude, because I feel that a children is growing the same way they see in their surroundings. If you see a kid like I have seen a 2 3 year kid abusing, so from where he is learning, he's learning from his surrounding. So that is also not the actual problem from the politician kids, because they have seen that environment in their surroundings and they have brought up that way. So I feel like there is a lot of need to change the thinking of those politicians, which is it's like next to impossible, but we can always try. And reaching out to the privileged children, so I feel like we can take initiatives of maybe doing the awareness campaigns or awareness workshops or awareness webinars in the private schools, because under these private schools we have this access to all those kids who are privileged. We should go and talk to those maybe the principals or the owners of that school, and we should maybe once a month have that workshop with those students where we make aware about them, about the rights and how we can take help from those privileged kids to reach out to the underprivileged kids. Is absolutely, it's like though the parents of those privileged kids won't allow them to look for people who are underprivileged and making them aware about their child rights, because again, if a person is a privileged one, we cannot ensure that they are also good enough, they are also brave enough to talk to other people, or they have all the necessary things with them. So I think we can, what measures we can take to make aware about this. To these privileged kids, we should tell them that they should be polite to the other people, like they should be polite to the kids around them. If they find any kids around them, maybe in their colony, if they are just roaming like that and they are not going school or something, so we should make these privileged kids aware that they should help those kids, maybe just teaching them one poem or just teaching them few things. I feel these privileged kids are asset for us, and we should take help from them. So to make aware the people who are not privileged, just like I mentioned that they can teach them something, maybe if they find that their house helps kids are coming at their home. So I think those privileged kids should talk to those kids of their house helps and making them aware about the rights, making them maybe helping them to work on a good cause, or maybe not a good cause, like maybe working on something which will help them to learn something or to educate, and just like that. And there is a need to, I think, firstly explain to these privileged kids as well, because we cannot assume that if they are privileged they are aware about their child rights. They should get the proper trainings for the same, and we should take help from them to make aware the other kids as well. If they see any kids in their surroundings, if they see any kids at maybe they are visiting some place, maybe they are visiting some park or somewhere. Nowadays you see a lot of people outside the shopping malls, the shopping complexes also. So again, it's like the parents have a fear that those kids might harm their kids, the kids who are around the shopping complexes, because there may be a person behind them asking them to beg, or asking them to snatch something from someone, to steal something from someone. So again, this is a kind of chain where we need to make all people aware and take everyone together. So yeah, this is how I feel.
Thank you so much, Zia. Now, I actually have one more question. That is, you have said that बच्चों को सिखाना चाहिए and everything. But I believe this basic education of a person, it starts from the family itself, especially from the parents. So how do you think that we can connect to parents or make them aware about like they it's a child, it's a life, and it has rights. So you cannot just for families, like as Jharna asked a question about, like there are so many families who depend on children for their survival, so they don't take that child as a life. They take it as a asset, like as an asset. It's a commodity. They have bought a child in the future, in this world, so that they could survive on his earning, on his income. Like they don't even care about it. So how do you think we can they actually don't treat that child as their own? It's a business asset, it's an investment. And of course, it's a very sad reality in India that most of the family, they actually reproduce so that they can depend on these child rights, which is actually an exploitation of such a at such a tender age. A child is born, he does not even know how to play balls, but because of that, but he might know that he has to earn something, so they even indulge in crimes like pickpocketing, theft. And how do you think that we can deal with this kind of situation? Because if we look at it at a very grave, at a very, at a very deep point of view, it actually leads to, there are so many criminal activities that happen because of this. Especially if you look for the children in slum areas, it's like, we are born, we have to earn for our family. So they don't have they don't know the difference between right or wrong. So how do you think we can deal with such a situation? Like do you have any ideas about it?
Yeah, so again, as you mentioned, that how do we connect with those parents? So I feel like it's like we as a youth can go and connect with the parents is one way. But again, you see a lot of people are not willing to listen to you. So these issues comes up because they there are people who are absolutely money minded, and they need that they want their kids to just make the earning out of it. Like I have seen parents that they are just asking their kids to go and maybe do something and earn, and they just take all the credits, all the money out of them, and they do not even care about the kids, as just as you rightly mentioned, that they treat their kids as commodities. So again, I will say that there are needs to make these parents aware. And again, awareness comes from the people. You feel like the people who are there in the slums, the parents who are there in these underprivileged areas, they are the people who are maybe doing all such things. But there are parents who have like their kids are privileged enough to have all the access to the thing. But apart from that, also the parents of those privileged kids also do such things sometimes. So like right now I do not have the right things to suggest, but I feel that it apparently comes from the awareness. So it's to connect with people, make them aware about it, and talk to them. It's very important that we talk, because if we do not talk, we will not able to solve a cause. So it's very important to talk, to make people aware about it, and to, like, as much as possible, we should take a lot more people with us to connect with a good cause and work on that good cause. So right now, like, I'm also just 21, so I'm also not exposed to a lot of things. I'm also in a stage of learning. So I feel like maybe with the experience I could able to suggest more things, because during the pandemic also, like after class 12 we entered the college, just few months we did the college and then we came online, and this is how we just graduate. So I feel we are also deprived of that exposure to the people. Though at LSR we have I have worked with the NSS project. It was Ikhtiar. It was working towards a woman empowerment. So near LSR, there is a village Zamrudpur. So they used to work for that woman empowerment at that their area. So we used to help those women to earn something. How they do that? That in the college, as we have a lot of fests and we have like Diwali melas and other things. So those women used to maybe hair braid, like you have seen these colorful threads braidings are there in trend a lot of these days. So that projects used to help those women to make earning out of those hair braidings or maybe making paper bags or something. And we also used to have sessions to make them aware about all such things, like their menstrual hygiene, or maybe if they are facing any kind of domestic violence and all such things. And again, when we are talking about all these things, we should be aware ourselves that we are having the right knowledge. Because if we are making other person aware about something, we should deliver the right thing. It's not key if I'm talking about child rights right now, I can claim that I know everything and I'm always like I'm right in all my content. I'm not, because I'm also learning and I do not have the right knowledge. I'm not a law person to have the right like the right names of the child. So I feel this is the thing. So these needs to come with the time and the awareness.
So, Ms Ziya, as you mentioned that you are 21, you are a learner. Even in this meeting, everyone is a learner. At the age of a 22, at the age of a 23 lifetime, we are a learner. Even at the age of 21, you are having so much of experience. So, I'm immensely thankful to Ms Ziya for giving her precious time and elegance of explanation of everything. Thank you so much, Ms Ziya, for coming in this session and enlightening us and sharing your personal experience. So it's great knowing you, and we hope to see you have again.
Thank you so much,
And
Jharna and Kritika. Yeah.
Thank you so much,
thanks
Zia.
to
It
you,
was
Ms. Ziya.
wonderful talking with you, having this conversation with you. And I really hope that we make a change after this, after
Yeah.
getting your ideas.
Yeah.
Really hope.
Thank you so much for providing me this opportunity. And I will also would like to mention about Anjali, because she's the one who connected with me. I could not able to see
Yeah.
her once, just on the text I have talked to her. So thank you so much, and I want to thank you people to be the change makers. And like I really feel good when the people like you, the youth like you, understand these things and you work towards the good cause. We are all always like we are all are at the same generation of the same age, but I have seen people along with us who do not feel their social responsibility. It's like jo ho raha hai hone do, but I really feel good when the people like you are working towards a good thing. So thank you, and really appreciate the work you are doing at Sarkari school, and I'm always there if you need any kind of help, any support from me. I'm there to
Thank
help
you
you
so
out.
much,
Thank
Ziya.
you so much.
Thank you so
Thank you,
much. We
Ms.
really
Ziya, for giving
appreciate you
us your
joining
precious
us.
time.
Thank you. You're welcome. So we can end it here, right?
Yeah.
Thank you so
Take
much.
care, Ms. Ziya.
Yeah.